Welcome back to the channel. You've got your Nova Plus, or it's on order. I'm going to run through a list of things that you're probably going to encounter at some point, and many of which are not in your user's manual. Today on Laser Nug. Unlike some of your other lasers, you'll notice that there are actually two different power switches on the side of your Nova Plus. One is for the main power that powers the whole unit, but your RF tube and associated components are separately powered. When you're turning on your laser, you're always going to turn the main on first, then you're going to turn on your laser. When you're powering down, when you're done, you turn the laser off first, then the main power. Before you power down, you're going to want to let the unit run for a few minutes. You want to give these fans a chance to cool down that RF tube before you shut down all the power. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that if you try to shut down before this tube is cooled off, I think the fans will continue running by themselves, but I'm not 100% on that. Either way, it's like any other power equipment you have, chainsaws, tractors. When you run them hard for a while and they heat up, you don't want to immediately shut them down right after you've revved them up. You let them cool down for a bit, then you shut down the power. The Nova Plus has a lot of safety features. That was a big check mark for me. There are door latch sensors on the back, over top of your RF tube, on the side here where you can see through to the laser, and on the other side, as well as the big bottom door to your crumb tray, and of course, your lid. If for some reason you haven't properly secured each of those doors before you try to run the laser, you're going to see this. You'll hear that beep, and you'll get this message here. It's not a problem, there's nothing wrong with the machine, it's just warning you that something is not secured. So go back, check your doors, make sure you've closed them all, you just press your escape, and then you can run your job. However, there may be some occasions when you want the door open while you're running the laser. For example, if you're doing a mirror alignment. It's a lot easier to open this door, put your safety glasses on, and be able to see the mirrors and the dot on your testing. Here's how you disable the locks. Down on the right-hand side of your unit, this bottom access panel, you'll see there's a little button here. If you press that button, that will disable your door locks. If you press the button again, I believe it will engage it again. And I believe if you've shut the machine off and you turn it on again, it will automatically enable those locks again. The Nova Plus, as you know, has a dual air assist, and it has a digital display on top. Before you begin for the day, you need to calibrate it. Let me show you why. I've just turned mine on, I'm getting ready to do a job, and you'll notice that it's already registering some kind of airflow, and it's flickering. You need to zero it out so that you get a more accurate reading, because otherwise you're going to get a false reading. You've got two gray buttons here. You're going to press them simultaneously for about a half a second, and you'll see the screen will zero out. Now it's zeroed. I can also use these gray buttons to set the small green digit at the bottom here. And I believe this is the minimum pressure you've set, which will signal the alarm on the unit. From here, we'll just test our pressures to make sure I've got what I want for my low air, and I definitely want more than 0, so I'm going to turn that up. I like to run around 0.4, and I'm going to test to make sure that I've got my high air where I want it before I run my job. The reason I need to do this, because this Nova Plus has another built-in safety feature. It has an air pressure sensor in it, and if it senses that your air pressure is too low, in other words, there's not enough air getting through to circulate to keep your lens cool and to allow you to engrave or cut, it will stop the machine. And again, you'll get an error message right up here on the screen. That error message will tell you that there's no air pressure. And again, you've got to press escape to clear that error code and then adjust your air again to make sure that it's at least above, I believe, what that little green number is. This has happened to me twice so far. First, it happened at the beginning of a job. I wasn't sure why the laser wasn't running till I looked at the screen, so I pressed my escape key to clear it. I readjusted my pressures, and then I began to run the job. The second time it occurred, it was in the middle of a job. And I don't know if I just pressed the buttons wrong, but I'm pretty sure once you escape out of it, it stopped the whole job, so you can't just continue. I think you have to start and rerun the whole job again. So it's super important to make sure you test those air pressures before you start. You know that it has a heat sensor built in inside, so if it senses fire heat or too much heat, it'll shut down the laser. Once again, another reason why you should never leave your laser unattended. Always stay close to that laser when it's running. If you need to run in for a coffee or you need to, hit the men's room, just come over, press the start pause button once. It'll stop the job wherever it is. Run inside, grab your coffee. When you come back and press start again, you won't skip a beat. It'll start right from where it left off. Your engrave will come out just fine. There's no worry. But most importantly, you don't want to be absent if, say, your laser head falls off. Your lens barrel is held in by a friction collar, which, as you know, you need to tighten or firm up. If you don't tighten it properly, or you leave it a little too loose, that head falls out, which is what's happened to me once. My fault, not the lasers. So when I put mine in now, I lock her in, I firm that screw, and then I give it a little tug, just to make sure I've got it nice and tight, because I certainly don't want to strip this screw, but I want it in there nice and firm. Now that I have this Nova Plus with a much larger bed, I'm doing bigger and bigger engraves, which is wonderful. When you're using things like acrylic or primarily wood-based materials, woods have natural resins in them, and of course craft plywood or any types of plywood also have glue. You want to check every hour, hour and a half. Just pause the laser, open it up, take a look to make sure that that resin and those wood particles floating in the air are not slowly building up on the bottom of this tip. That's what's happened to me a couple of times. So all you need to do, grab a tool, just kind of knock the tip, knock off that char, because if you leave it on, at some point it's going to catch fire, which I've only experienced once, which is now why I know to make sure I keep that tip clear. Guilty as charged, and I'll bet you are too. Let's be honest. I didn't run an alignment test on my mirrors until just yesterday. However, as you know, it's recommended that after you get the unit out of the crate, get it all set up, that it's a good idea just to check to make sure that your beam is dead center on those mirrors. Luckily mine are. In all fairness, it's highly unlikely that anything got jarred during transport, but keep in mind this thing's been bounced around on trucks and different shipping containers for probably 5 or 6 weeks before you got it. And although Thunder has done a good job of putting in some kind of a silicone glue to maintain all of its alignment and its tech specs, mine was good, but I think it would be a good idea if you haven't done it yet, take some time to do it. I'm not going to show you how to do it today, but Thunder Laser USA has a couple of great videos, as does Robert Kofeld on computer configurations, so I'm going to put those links in the description below. I can't do a better job of showing you how to do it than I think those folks can. So take a minute when you have a coffee, watch those videos, and then when you're ready, just do a quick alignment or just check that alignment. Make sure you're getting full maximum power and performance out of your unit. This Nova Plus has pass-through doors, both on the front and the back for larger material. In the toolbox, you're going to find a set of hex keys. You're going to need the number 3, and you're going to need the keys. You're going to need the key to unlock the front on both sides. On the inside, you're going to find screws on the left and the right side panel. Just going to take your number 3, remove these screws on both sides. Don't lose your washers. Unlock each side, and your door will easily just come right out. In the back, no key required, just your Allen key. There's 6 of the same similar bolts. Just remove them, take your panel off, and now you have a full pass-through. There are no safety sensors on these 2 panels, so you're safe to pass through without having to turn off the door sensors. But I would recommend when you're not using the pass-through that you keep these panels in place, just to ensure that the exhaust system performs as best as it can. And last but not least today, let's get down on the floor. When you rolled this beauty into place, you probably did the same thing I did. You left it on the casters. And if you remember, there are solid, heavy-duty feet sitting back here. What I think you're going to want to do is drop these feet down and tighten them down into the ground just enough to lift all 4 casters off the ground. You don't need to be 2 inches or anything, but just even an 1/8 of an inch. You want the unit to rest on these firm rubber feet, and that way you'll minimize any type of side-to-side movement of the unit when your laser head is flying along at 1,000 or 1,200 millimeters a second. How do we do it? You'll see that there's a nut here, and there's another nut at the top. we're just going to spin our foot down all the way to the ground. Once we get it to ground level, we're going to grab our wrench. We're going to keep tightening this bolt and this foot down until it begins to lift the unit up so that your caster is coming off the ground. Once you've got it at the right height, you're just going to reach up and you're just going to firm this bolt up against the bottom of the cabinet. And that'll keep you kind of in place, or your height in place. And of course, when you're done, just throw a level on it. Side to side, and front to back. I don't think you have to be perfectly in the center, but you want to be reasonably level, I think. So hey, I hope there was a little bit in there that you might have found helpful or that you didn't know yet. If you're new to lasers or you've just got your Nova Plus, I'm pretty sure at some point you're going to run into each of those, but I hope this has helped you to understand what it means and hopefully provided a few steps you may want to do just to prevent a few of those errors from occurring. Thank you so much for hanging around today. Please be kind to one another, and hey, have fun with that laser. I'm Gord Potter, and you've been watching Laser Nug. Cheers.